Hi, my name's Tiana, and today I'm going to be sharing an Indie Beauty haul with you guys. I recently attended Indie Beauty Expo in Los Angeles this past week, so I thought it would be fun if I went through the things that I ended up receiving. Just as a slight disclaimer, I did go as a member of the press, so everything that I received was like small samples given to me, but I thought I would just share because a lot of the stuff is like new brands that I haven't really experienced before and that maybe you guys haven't even heard of before. So I thought I would like share some of the new brands that are coming out that I'm really excited about and some of the samples that I was given by a lot of the vendors. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. So as we go along, I'll like share a little bit about my experience at Indie Beauty. I did have a lot of fun. But I'm typically somebody that doesn't really like to go to events. I just like, I'm a very reserved person and I have a hard time going to events and talking to people, talking to strangers. I just don't really enjoy it typically. But I did go with a new friend, Adri. I'll link her Instagram below. I'm not sure if I think she does have a blog. I'm gonna link her blog below. But she's super sweet and it was really amazing to experience the expo with her instead of having to do it on my own. So hello Adri, if you're watching this. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with her. But anyway, let's get into the haul. So they give you a bag. I think everybody probably gets this bag who goes. I attended the first day, which is just like the general consumer shopping day, but I got in early access because I'm part of the press. So I went earlier than like everybody else who went to the actual shopping event. But you get this bag that says Indie Beauty Expo on one side. And then on the other side, it says Indie Beauty Everything. And it's super cute. I really liked it because like I love totes. I love totes for like shopping, like, you know, when you go to the grocery store or when you just go to other stores and you don't really want to use plastic, or maybe you don't want to be like wasteful. So I always keep them in the trunk of my car. So I'm really excited about that. And so yeah, let's get into like all the samples that I got and everything. So one of the things that I received was this Lip Nourish. It's just like a kind of like little swatches of each one. You can probably try each of them out maybe a couple times. These are Lip Nourishes from Luck Beauty Food. I've talked about them before. I did try like an actual full size of their Lip Nourish. I forget what color it was in. This was like years ago. But I'll link to that review below because I have tried them before. They're amazing. They're really great. They make everything, all of their lip colors are 100% non-toxic. They're made with food ingredients. And they're basically formulated with different ingredients that you could safely consume. And the founder is a former chef, so I thought that was really cool. But yeah, I'll link to the review. I don't want to like ramble about each brand, but this is one of the first things I got. Really cool. I'm excited to try the lip colors out because I think these are new ones that I haven't tried. So the next thing is from this brand called Sage Lifestyle, which as a disclaimer, they're not 100% natural. She said they do use like musk and amber, which is like, I think it's fragrance or resin or something, but everything else is clean in the fragrances that she makes. She makes candles and then different fragrance vials, and then she has these amazing, which you might have seen on my Instagram if you've been following me there, at Storybook Beauty. I did post a little bit about it, where she actually has some of her perfumes in these amazing 100% gemstone bottles. Like the entire perfume bottle is 100% gemstone, and like the retail price was crazy. It was like the small little tiny one was like $200 retail and the other one was like $400. I'm like, whoa, like I would never spend that much, but maybe some of you guys are into luxury fragrance. And I think she does put a whole lot of thought into each fragrance and each gemstone and like what it means, and they're all kind of like gemstone inspired, which I thought was really cool. And I got a small sample of the amber. It's just a little tiny vial with a little bit about the fragrance. I love like smoky, amber, romantic, like sandalwood type scents. So amber was my personal favorite. They have two kind of like two kind of like collections. Like one is more like florals and it's more like light and airy, and the other one is like more musky scents, like the amber and yeah, I'm pretty sure there's one that's like vanilla, and there's one with sandalwood too. I also got this boxed water is better water. My boyfriend got so mad at me. He was like thirsty last night and he's like, yeah, let me just try it. I'm like, no, don't open it yet. I really wanted to include it in the haul because I thought like maybe if you guys haven't heard of boxed water before, they had these at the event for free, so I thought that was really cool. And they also had high brew coffee there, which was really delicious. Clean ingredients like cold brew coffees, which is really cool. And then again, they were giving these out. And I really like these because it just cuts down on plastic use. So you use paper instead. It's more recyclable. It's actually recyclable. And then I received a bunch of this like really cool brand called, what are they called? Clean Skin. And this stuff is like fascinating. Like how they've done this is like super, super fascinating. Basically it's formulated by dermatologists, and they're this like line of body washes that once you use them, like let's say, okay, you like wash your body or whatever, because these are hair, body, and what does it say? Shampoo, face, and body wash. So if you wash your face, body, and like wash your hair with this stuff, then when you rinse off, you have SPF 30 on your body now. Like, how amazing is that for all of us who forget to put SPF on every single day? Or even men, like, I'm sure that's not something on a guy's mind, but maybe they are like wary of wearing SPF as they get older. They don't want to take the time to apply it all over their body, or maybe like you as a woman or whatever, you don't want to take the time to do that. Then totally freaking use these. These are, I mean, I'm so excited to like try it out and see how it goes. The only thing that kind of freaks me out about it is that some SPF do give me like acne, like face acne, body acne. I've had all of those issues with sunscreens before, so I am a little concerned, but I'm excited because this is a really cool product if it does work and protect my skin from the sun, because I'm very sensitive. I'm fair skinned, and I do tend to burn just staying out of the sun for so many years. I just like went from like being able to tan when I was younger to like just burning completely. I don't see how the ingredient list could be super clean, because they do use octinoxate and avobenzone, so it's not mineral sunscreen, because mineral sunscreen will wash right off. But it is made in the USA, and I think it's like a cool alternative. Maybe it's something you don't want to do every day. But if you're like running late or during the work days or something, like I think that's a pretty cool option. But yeah, as I said, otherwise just stick to your mineral sunscreen, because these are not clean, other than, with the active ingredients being like those chemical sunscreens, not physical sunscreens. So, but yeah, I thought these were pretty cool. That's another thing. Even though I really liked Indie Beauty and I thought it was like a really fun event, they had so many cool like decorations, like the photo backdrop was all flowers. I don't think they're real flowers. I think they were just like gilded flower shapes or something, just because I don't think it would hold up, and it probably wouldn't last very long if they'd done that, but it was beautiful. The entire event was lit really cool. It looked fun, and they had a lot of cool music playing and a cocktail bar, which, I mean, to me that's, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it, but anyway, it was a cool event, and there were a lot of really cool brands there, but the only thing that kind of bugs me about Indie Beauty is they never really disclose, like, because Indie Beauty kind of like portrays itself as being like this clean event, right? Like a clean beauty event. And I know a lot of people online, they typically see it as being that, as being like a green beauty expo. And it's really not. It's really more about independent, smaller beauty brands that are trying to get their name out there and get exposure, which, that's amazing. But I think like maybe they should revisit their marketing a little bit, just because it seems a little misleading. And maybe that's intentional, maybe it isn't. But that was like one of the things that kind of bugged me, because I couldn't tell which brands were going to be like clean beauty brands and which weren't. And I found myself having to ask questions like, what's in this? How did you formulate this? Where is it made? Because those things are important to me. And it kind of, took away from it a little bit. But I mean, again, it was still a cool event. So if you like Indie Beauty and you're not necessarily strict on ingredients, it's a fun event to attend. But anyway, let's move on. I digress, right? Okay, so the next thing I got a sample of was this Little Moon Essentials. It's called Tired Old Ass. I love this. It seems really weird, but it actually smells amazing. It's for like overcoming exhaustion. It has a blend of essential oils in it. And this brand I found was pretty natural for the most part. The only thing I saw was that their like Vicks Vapor Rub like natural replacement had menthol and camphor in it, which I was like, okay, why is it like a replacement then? Because it's basically the same formula. You know, maybe they use natural plant oils in it, but they're still using kind of the same ingredients that maybe people want to avoid. I would have preferred like spearmint or something. But if those ingredients don't bother you, then that's fine. But anyway, these were really cool, and I thought these were more clean in terms of ingredients, and they're like basically like sprays. They have some for sleep or focus or you know, just like helping you relax, like anti-anxiety, which I really love, and essential oil blends that do that. And again, this one was for like exhaustion or just like trying to give yourself a pick-me-up, and it smells amazing. It's very refreshing. It feels like, I don't know, like that zingy, energizing body wash in the morning. I really liked it. And you just kind of like spray it in front of you and inhale the essences or whatever. So okay, so the next item that I got, and this was by far like one of the like top 5, top 10 brands that I was most excited about, because oh whoops, sorry, like an itch. I was most excited about this brand, not only because of the message that they're sending with their whole marketing campaign and all their packaging and everything, but also because I really thought that the price point was incredible. Like, they're competing with like ColourPop brands, like more affordable makeup, and that's like what they make is cosmetics. They're all cruelty-free, naturally formulated, and each one, this is like what I'm most excited about, each one has like a statement, an empowering statement with it. So like one said like, I am invincible, one other one said like, I am unstoppable. This one that they gave me, it's like a moisturizing lipstick, says I am powerful, and it was this really beautiful, actually I'll just open it. It's this really pretty color that I was like, I just fell in love with it. But they are, let's see, paraben-free, certified cruelty-free, petrochemical-free, synthetic fragrance-free. They have natural ingredients, and they're infused with shea butter. Really cool. So they'll be hydrating on your lips. They're called Real Her Cosmetics, and it looks like they're manufactured, formulated, and designed in California. So that is really freaking cool, like amazing, right? And the coolest thing that I saw there was like a 9 eyeshadow palette. Like, you know how you can get those themed palettes with themed colors in them? This one had 9 little eyeshadows in it, and she said it retailed for like $27. I was like, holy shit, that is so freaking cheap. Most green beauty brands that sell makeup, you're spending like upwards of $40 to $60 for a palette, you know? It's just not, it's not, you know, most brands don't offer that low of a price point, so I thought that was freaking incredible. But here is the lipstick, and you can see right here it says I am powerful, and open it up, and it's this really pretty like burgundy. I'm gonna swatch it for you guys. It's so pretty. It's like a burgundy red, really beautiful. I feel like I'm always wearing the same colors, like burgundy reds and like berry lip colors, but I really love, that's just what I like. So yeah, I am powerful. The next thing I got, this I kind of got from my boyfriend, because like he's so friggin' cheap. He doesn't want to, like, I don't know if you, do you guys have that problem where like your boyfriends don't really want to invest in more natural products? It gets on my nerves. I have to like buy stuff for him so that he'll use it. And I did kind of convert him on like body soaps, but then he still goes back to the same shitty Axe body wash that he likes, because, you know, you can get this big bottle for like $6, which, I mean, I guess I sort of get that, you know, guys don't really want to spend a lot of money. But I discovered this brand at Indie Beauty that I thought was really cool. They're called 821 Man-Made, and they make these like body washes and like I think shampoo and conditioner, and they all come in bottles that are shaped like a bottle of whiskey. And I thought that was so cool. Like, it's such a gentleman, like older, maybe like your more sophisticated guy. So I really thought that was pretty cool. So I'm excited to try this out. They smell really good too. It smells like that tobacco, like smoky scent. I know that they're paraben free and sulfate free. This one probably isn't as clean as like Rebel's Refinery. Rebels Refinery only has like facial care though. So, I mean, this is pretty cool for like hair care and body wash. You know, for men anyway, it's very hard to find like clean men lines. So I thought this was really awesome, and I'm excited to like explore this a bit more. Okay, so the next brand gave me a bunch of, well, like 3 pretty good size actually, samples, and it's from Laguna Herbals. And they have a natural line of like like facial skincare serums and body care products. So I really like that, and they're based out of Laguna Niguel, I think, or Laguna Beach or something like that. Yeah, which is really local to me in California, so I thought that was really cool. This is the whipped body butter. This one smells really good too. Like, I actually got to sample it when I was there, and I was like, ooh, that smells really amazing. They also have this Rose Crush sugar body scrub, and this stuff really smells like roses. Like, I'm just gonna show you really quick what it looks like. You can kind of see it's like very pink, and it even has like crushed up rose petals in it. I thought that was like amazing. And then I got this face and eye oil renew for normal to dry skin. I actually have combination skin, so I'll probably have to use this pretty sparingly, because I don't foresee myself needing a whole lot of this if it's meant for dry skin. They tend to be like heavier oils, so I'll probably, you know, use this pretty easily. But it's actually really cool. It comes in a roller ball, so, you know, you can just like roll a little bit on. Yeah, it's actually coming out really lightly, so, and it absorbs really quickly. I'll just show you really quick. You can kind of see the oil here, but it's not super heavy. Like, that's pretty good, you know. And then you just kind of like pat it in, or however you want to do it, rub it in, whatever. And it smells very herbal and fresh. I like those herbal scents. The next brand, I was so excited about this brand because I've seen them on Instagram, but I hadn't tried their stuff, and I really love the packaging, and I love that it's like a lot of their ingredients in the products are wildcrafted, and it's this brand called Girl Undiscovered, and they gave me a bunch of samples, and I think they're made in Australia or New Zealand, one or the other. I'm trying to see if it says in here. It does not. But yeah, so I got this Stumbled Across Paradise face mask. And this one is, let me see if it's like mixture. It looks like it is, yeah. It smells like honey. I think it's like one of those Manuka honey face masks. So that's really cool. And then I got these, like, this is really good quality. It's like glass. This light and super hydrating stars aligning organic face elixir. And it even has like, that looks like maybe calendula or something inside of it. I think maybe it's calendula. And it has like one of those little stoppers so that the oil doesn't come out super, you can see it's kind of like taps out or whatever in little drops. And again, this one smells super herbal. This one has a lighter scent though, it's like more subtle. But yeah, you can kind of see the little plant in the back. Oh yeah, isn't that cute? And then this Under the Waterfall Crystal Cleansing Water. I don't know if this is meant to be like a toner or if it's meant to be like a micellar water, but I'm interested. Like, that's pretty cool. Let me just see how it feels. I'm just curious. I mean, it's just really light. It doesn't really smell like anything too, like a little faint scent of plant there, but yeah, it's just super simple. It's like clear for the most part. But yeah, I'm very excited to try that out. So the next brand had like a really interesting, I don't even know, like the way that they made their products is really interesting. It's called Fit. I think it stands for something, but I completely forgot what it stands for. But this one's called Hit Restart, and it's a body wash. And it smells just like green juice, and it's made with ingredients that you would put in your green juice. This one has kale, spinach, spirulina, cucumber, and flaxseed. It's a body scrub and wash. So, oh, and I guess you could use it on your face, which I did not know. But I got this small little sample from them, and yeah, it smells literally like if I was gonna drink a green juice is what it would smell like. And you can totally kind of like see that it even looks like a green juice too. But yeah, I'm really interested to try this one. I don't know how practical it is, like just because I feel like stuff like this, sometimes if you use them a lot and you buy like the full size of it, it will clog your drain, and that kind of like is something I don't want. I found that with some super heavy oil based washes that my drain will sometimes get clogged, and like, or like if it has like really thick grains of like a scrub, like a body scrub, and it doesn't dissolve or something. Even with some coffee scrubs, even though I love them so much, even then it will sometimes clog my drain. So so I'm a little bit wary because I don't know if this is gonna clog my drain, but hopefully not, and hopefully it doesn't, like, you know, start to degrade in the pipe and like smell funky. But I think this is really kind of a cool concept, and it's very green, very non-toxic, and I definitely respect that. And I think like, you know, as long as it's a little bit refined, so that way it doesn't like go bad completely and start smelling funky in like a week, then you know, that's a cool thing. The next company, I believe was they're called Celia & Co, and they gave me this cute drawstring with 3 samples of their masks. I'm trying to think, I can't remember if they said they were, I think they were founded in New York, I think. But they have, basically their entire skin line is based around teas, and they have 3 face masks that they featured. And this one is an exfoliating rose and rooibos tea mask, and it definitely smells like rooibos tea. Like, I totally smelled all of these, and definitely smells. And they come in powder form, so you mix with a little bit of water in there. Will definitely last you quite a long time. This is a healing lavender and black tea. And then this was my favorite in terms of the scent, and this was a brightening peppermint and green tea mask. And this one just smelled like green tea, but it had that peppermint, so it was like very refreshing. So I really like that one. So I'm excited to try these. They're powder form, so this is quite a bit of product here. So I'm excited to see how that goes, and I'll definitely report back on Instagram. I probably won't do another video on these just because they are so small. I don't really see the point. But you know, I mean, if some of these, if they're really that great, then maybe I'll keep them for a favorites video, like if they end up being that great, but we'll see. And then this other, I got a My Magic Mud charcoal toothpaste. It's like a activated charcoal, coconut oil, and bentonite clay, and it's in peppermint. And they were just kind of like handing these out. I really didn't learn a whole lot about the brand, but I thought like the concept's cool. I love charcoal toothpaste, I love clay toothpaste, and I love mint ones for sure. I really love Uncle Harry's, so it's gonna take a lot to like talk me off that ledge. That one's my favorite for sure. Like, I always go back to that one. But they don't have charcoal in that one. It's just like a clay with spearmint, but the spearmint's so strong that it's like, it feels like a normal toothpaste. And for charcoal, I have a couple of other ones I really like. So you know, I'm excited to try this, but we'll see how it goes. This was like a huge bag. I loved this brand. Like, as far as skincare and like hair care and like just a well-rounded brand, I really liked this. And they're from, I think they said they were from like Poland, but definitely from Europe. Let me look and see if the packaging like says where they're made. Made in Poland. Yeah, so they are a Polish brand. I thought that was so cool. They had, what I thought was really impressive about this brand, they had an extensive line of like body, facial care, and hair care. And one of the really cool things was that their hair care lines were dedicated toward hair colors. So they had one for blonde hair, they had one for dark hair, kind of like that, what's it called? I was like trying to think of this brand the other day. It's like Frida, it's the drugstore ones, the ones you can buy that are like for brunettes or redheads or blondes or whatever. You probably know what I'm talking about, but I can never think of this shit when I'm on camera because it just evades me. Yeah, basically one specifically for that hair color. And I've never seen a natural brand that actually does that, so I thought that was really cool. Also, their body scrubs and body butters were like extremely softening, and they smelled so good. Smelled so good. But yeah, I got a whole like they were very generous with these samples, so I thought that was really cool. This one, I'm not sure what this is. It's like a bunch of foils. Okay. Face cream day and night, antioxidant face cream, serum. They did say that they just launched their serum, so I thought that was cool. Soothing and lifting face mask, and then another serum. So that's cool. And then I got a little bit bigger, like deluxe sized samples. This one is a revitalizing hand balm in cranberry and lemon, which is really cool because my hands are freaking dry at the moment. And this is the body butter I was like obsessing over. The scent is really cool. It's really interesting too. It's lemon, vanilla, and caramel, which you wouldn't think go together, but they smell amazing. Like, it smells really good. And it's the cuddling body butter. Weird name, but anyway, yeah, I thought this stuff smells really good and it's really like feels amazing. And they definitely follow like the higher EU standards for cosmetics, so that's really cool. And then they also gave me a revitalizing sugar scrub with cranberry and lemon. And then this cuddling washing gel, which I'm not sure if it's meant for your face. I think it might be meant for your face. I'm not sure. They are vegan though and cruelty free and follow EU standards again, as I said. So it's a pretty generous bottle. So yeah, they're called Naturative. But yeah, I thought that was really cool, and they seemed very knowledgeable, and they definitely had a very extensive line as far as cosmetics go, to be doing facial skincare, body skincare, and also the hair care line. So that's really cool. So I'm pretty jazzed about that one. The scents were on point. The next one I got was this Bright Skincare mattifying moisture, and Bright, they're like a British brand. They did the whole facial skincare thing too. I wasn't as impressed with them. They seemed like, I thought their concept is really cool. They had like really cool cleansing foams, and they definitely use really cool ingredients, very clean ingredients too, and I liked like what she had to say about it. But I didn't really like the packaging. It was very colorful, so if you're a very vibrant person and you like your skincare to be like fun and vibrant, then definitely you'll probably really like this brand. But like, you can even see from this kind of packaging, like this is basically like the kind of thing their skincare look like, and I don't mind it. I think it's really cool what they're doing, but it just wasn't my style really. But you know, I mean, if it works well, then I probably won't care. I'll probably still use it, but we will see. Okay, so I have two more products that I was given. This was the Synergy Skincare, and they're from Australia, like, or New Zealand. I think they're Australian. I know the lady that I talked to, she said she was from New Zealand, but maybe the brand is Australian, something like that. One or the other was like opposite. But they were super, super nice. They were very, very knowledgeable, and they had a mineral makeup line with like pressed powder, loose powder foundations that had really good pigmentation. They had some interesting like tinted like liquid lipsticks and regular lipsticks. And I think they had some eyeshadows and stuff like that too, which was pretty cool. I didn't really get a chance to try and swatch everything. And their skincare is really interesting. It fuses the best of like plant, the best of nature with science. So they do use some chemical ingredients in their formulations. Not to say it's not safe for use in skincare, because they do have like stricter guidelines in places like Australia, New Zealand, and EU. And UK even, but this particular brand do use both. So they do can't talk. They do use like vitamin A, vitamin B, like retinol. So they had this vitamin B serum, which they don't use parabens, artificial colors, synthetic fragrances, phthalates, PEGs, or sodium lauryl sulfate, or propylene glycol. So that's really cool. Came in these little like tubes. And then they also gave me a vitamin A like retinol serum, which I don't mind using retinol occasionally. It's not like my favorite. I'd rather use like a pumpkin enzyme based one or like fermented plant one if I can help it. But you know, I'm not above using stuff like that occasionally. And then the last thing I got was this Vital Proteins collagen creamer made with coconut milk, so it's dairy free and lactose free, and it says there's no added sugars or sweeteners. And I love Vital Proteins. I have a bunch of their stuff. If you've seen any of my Instagram stories or Instagram posts from the past, then you'll know that I have their collagen peptides. I have something else too, but I can't think, and I'm too lazy to go look in there. I think it's like their protein powder or unflavored gelatin or something, but I use them all the time. I've used them in like baking as like replacements for dairy, and I put collagen peptides in like my teas and stuff like that, just to get the benefits. So I really like that. So I'm excited to use this in my coffee, like when I do drink coffee. Or she said that some people use them in dessert recipes, so I might try that too, I'm not sure. But I love Vital Proteins. They're a great brand and they do a lot of really cool things. Yeah, definitely check Vital Proteins out. They make some really cool wellness products. And they even have some, I tried this lavender beauty water that was really good. It was very like refreshing and light. And then also they had made this collagen citrus water, which used the collagen peptides with some like orange and lemon, which was really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and try that probably sometime soon. But anyway, that is everything that I got from Indie Beauty, and I had a lot of fun. I was surprised. I didn't know like how it was gonna go, and I didn't really know what to expect. I do think it's somewhat of a gimmick. Like in past years, it seemed like it was really poppin' because there were so many big beauty bloggers that were attending, and there's still a lot of people that attended. I didn't see any of these people. I was like trying to look out for like all these people that I've seen on Instagram, and I didn't see any of them. Maybe they went later. I don't know. I'm not sure. But yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty cool. I do think it's kind of like, it's a cool event, but then I just wish that they focus more on clean brands, I guess. And that might just be like a personal preference, you know? I wish that it was more of like an exclusively green beauty event. That would be really cool. But yeah, I had a great time. LA traffic sucks and parking was so expensive, but it was a cool event for what it is, you know, and it was definitely fun, and I hope that everybody who went had fun because it was like really cool, you know. I mean, they were having like cotton candy for free there. They were giving away free coffees and free box water. The only thing is that they were also selling snacks, which I thought was like kind of weird, like to pay so much for a ticket to go. It just seems like kind of, I don't know, greedy to me. But anyway, other than that, it was a really cool event. I discovered so many cool brands, and I'm definitely going to reach out to some of the people that I met for maybe possible collaborations, or just to like try full sizes of some of the stuff that I was really interested in. And, you know, introduce you guys to more brands, because there are so many out there, and there's so many like cool brands that are doing some cool shit, you know, like really cool stuff. Like I discovered like a K beauty brand that's like seemed very, very clean, which is kind of hard to come by, you know. K beauty is amazing, and they do kind of incorporate natural ingredients, but to find one that is like basically very 100% clean is actually really hard. So I was very excited to discover them, and there were a bunch of other brands that I definitely will be reaching out to, because I think you guys should know about them. And I think that, you know, I don't know, it's a new year. Let's like check out some new stuff, you know? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video about me like talking about my experience. Maybe you guys want to go next year and you're curious to know what it's going to be like, and like the haul and stuff like that. And yeah, I have another video coming to you. I might film it today if I have time, about acne. So if you're struggling with acne, then be sure to subscribe to my channel and stay tuned. It's coming to you very soon. I will see you guys later.